gosh, I am going to talk and drive today because I am starving and I'm going to get some really good food that my partner ordered for us from my favorite restaurant, Latitude in West Springfield. They have the best tacos ever, and everyone I brought there for the tacos has agreed with me. So I'm very excited to be going to pick up tacos. And this was a good time for me to be able to get on here and talk. And really what I want to talk about is how insecurity breeds toxicity. So are people really toxic? I mean, we could add as many labels as we want, or can we just start seeing that insecurity is toxicity? When we are insecure, it breeds all kind of things, behaviors, attitudes, mentalities that are toxic to relationships, whether it's family, love relationships, friendships, it doesn't matter. If I'm insecure, I'm going to have toxic behaviors. So the more insecure I am, the more toxic I'm going to be. This is why I have started to pull away from talking so much about narcissism and talking more about insecurity. There's a PhD in behavioral science. He is one of the leading behavioral science PhDs in the world that's left today. And he doesn't use the term narcissist at all. He just talks about this extreme level of insecurity and sadism that these people embrace and have. I mean, insecurity isn't something they're embracing, but they have such lack of sense of self and self-love and confidence and all of it, that they function 100% on ego. And when we're focused 100% on ego, that's where we're willing to do things in the moment that benefit us to help boost our ego, right? We're going to look for supply. We want people that are going to boost our ego and make us feel good about ourselves. We want to secure a woman at home to be our mom and take care of us, or a man at home to be our dad and take care of us. And we get to sit there and just be lazy or be whoever we want to be, and then take zero accountability, because the more insecure you are, the less able a person is to accept accountability for behavior. So of course it's everybody else's fault, and the person busting their butt to take care of the home and the children or whatever, whether it's male or female, is also the one to blame for everything. Which causes a very abusive, toxic situation in family life. It also creates a situation where this type of individual that's this insecure will be willing to put their kids in harm's way if it boosts their ego. Because when you live solely on ego, you need it in order to be okay. Their self-image is so fragile that they need to use people to be okay, and again need to blame everybody else for absolutely everything, because that's how fragile they are. And what that's allowed me to do is it's allowed to help me have compassion, but compassion with a huge thick wall of distance between me and this type of person that's this insecure, because there's no place for that level of toxicity in my world. It just doesn't exist anymore, because through living in that type of relationship, which I have been through, I recognized that it was time to start taking care of me and loving myself. And so now I do, and as that continues to grow, my acceptance and ability to embrace that level of toxicity in my life just doesn't exist. I just can't have it. Now, the interesting thing is the more confident and I become and self-love that I obtain, or however you want to say it, the more I'm able to allow others to have toxic traits. Because there's also this compassion of recognizing, okay, you have an insecurity. So how can I build you up? How can I be a good friend? And this is not, again, talking about somebody with a level of insecurity so deep that you're to blame for everything. I only allow people in my life who are able to take accountability for things and able to stay in a conversation that involves taking accountability, even if it takes a while for them to get there, because we all have insecurities. Okay, it's part of being human, right? We all have insecurities. No matter how much love I've gained for myself, there's still things that I'm insecure about, and that's okay. I don't have to be perfectly secure, but in those areas that can cause some, what we would call toxicity in my relationships, and I want to be kind and patient with myself, and I also want to be kind and patient with others. So I have an expectation that the people in my life are going to have areas that they're insecure in, and that when those areas get triggered, they're going to act in ways that we would these days call toxic, right? So there's those two sides to this. It's like learning how to have compassion for others' insecurities and to be patient with their behaviors around that, and at the same time recognizing when somebody is so insecure that they can't take accountability and they are going to do what is in their best interest in every moment without consideration for you or others. And this is something that I've really come to a place of understanding with, and I'm really pleased with this understanding. And I say that because there was a point in this process of learning for me and understanding people better where I said, wow, maybe I just can't have people in my life. Like, everybody's toxic. I get insecure. I get toxic. Maybe I just need to be all alone. And I know a lot of people who get there where they're just like, I'm done. I'm done with my own behaviors. I'm done with other people's behaviors. If I'm alone, there's no issue. And, you know, I mean, that's not really healthy or good either, because I'm a social person and I need to be social. I enjoy feeding that social aspect of me. One thing I'm very passionate about that I've come to realize is making people happy, making people smile, making people feel included and wanted, and compliments. And yeah, there's some people who have strong boundaries and don't want to be complimented, and that's hard for me when I meet those people that say I don't like compliments. There's also people I know that get very uncomfortable with compliments, but they'll allow them, and I love that, because I love to give them even more compliments that they become more comfortable with it. But I need to be around people in order to be able to fulfill that passion of mine. So I don't want to go run away from everybody in the world and be all alone. I love being in crowds. There's times where I just want to be alone, go for a walk at the reservoir for hours by myself. But I also have that strong desire to be around people and be somebody that brings inclusivity and help build other people up so that they love themselves more. And the more that I can create a space for that, or I can go out when I'm feeling good and smile and compliment people and go and talk to the person sitting in the corner who no one else is talking to, and help them join the group and do those little acts can help people have more self-love, which creates security, and therefore there'll be less insecurity and toxicity in the world. So that is my passion. Until next time.